Joining me now, the head coach of Hereford, Mark Richards. How pleasing is that for you to beat Kidderminster this afternoon?
Yeah, it's a great result. You know, would I have taken a 1-0? Yeah, all day long before today. But performance-wise, we weren't probably as good at times or spells at Bradford away. So it's just funny how it does work out. But you know, they're a good team. But yeah, to come away with a 1-0 win is fantastic. So really pleased.
I'll go straight to the penalty. What did you make of it from your perspective?
Yeah, I thought it was a definite penalty. I thought it wasn't too dissimilar to the one Simo got here 2 weeks ago. Yeah, just a two-hand push in the back. So I thought it was a definite penalty. In fact, I didn't think it was a free kick when Matt Yates came out and cleared one about 20 yards out. So well, that was a bit harsh to give a free kick for that. But yeah, it was a definite penalty, and fair play. Mr. Roberts steps up and coolly puts it away.
How much did Kidderminster test you? How do you grade them within the league structure?
Oh, they're an excellent passing team. You see what they do in possession. It's very, very difficult. They got very good movement. Obviously, I know a few of the players fairly well, and you know they've got some real good quality throughout. And if you're not sort of really strict with what you do out of possession, sometimes they can really, really hurt you. And you know they did get in a couple of times, but I thought on the whole the boys actually worked really hard out of possession, and we just probably weren't good enough when we won it back. We won it back and we kind of turned over possession so quickly, and that's where it was really frustrating, because actually in the last sort of 4 or 5 games we've been pretty good at that sort of quality in possession, but that was lacking today, and I think that's why it made it a really, really hard afternoon.
Would you say the game plan worked? It came in. You're obviously doing a lot of analysis with the players now. They seem to be fully aware of what was needed.
I think it's easy to say that it worked because we got a 1-0 win, but I still think there was things we needed to tweak at half time, that they were getting a bit of joy and we weren't really dealing with it as well as we could have done. So yeah, of course it's easy to say that when you got a 1-0 win, but there's massive areas for improvement. I think everybody, it's there for everybody to see, and we'll constantly be working on that over the coming weeks. You know, the games come thick and fast now. We go Chester, obviously Kiddie again, and then obviously into Chorley. So yeah, again, teams that are in and around that sort of top 5, top 6.
Spine looked to be key for me today. Josh Gowling and Mike Simmons. Would you agree with that?
I thought Josh was excellent. You know, if anybody came up and watched the Bradford game, you'd have seen what he sort of brought to the table on a very difficult pitch in difficult conditions. You know, he is a leader. He does organise the boys, and he's been a great addition to the squad. And I'm just really, really pleased. And I'm even more pleased he's won a big bottle of champagne for man of the match. And he doesn't drink, so maybe he might pass that on to me.
Well, you needing some over Christmas?
Yeah, to be fair, I could quite happily have a couple tonight. Yeah, it'd be quite nice. But you know, not too many, because we've got to go again at against Chester. So yeah, really pleased today.
Will you have time with the players now in between the Chester game, or is it a question of you doing your analysis off the pitch and then doing it before kick-off?
Yeah, we knew before coming into the Christmas period we're going to have 5 games in a short space of time. We'd probably only get in 1 training session in that, so it is very much about the lads sort of looking after themselves the next couple of days and going again. The good thing is we can communicate without actually having to physically be there with some of the stuff that we've brought in. So from an analysis perspective and from sort of, you know, doing our homework on the opposition, we can do that. It just won't be a physical training session.
How many options have you now got? It appears that players are coming back from injury. Elliot Richards back involved today.
Yeah, it was great. It was great to see, you know, get Elliot back on the pitch. You know, you just saw what he gave us in that last 10 minutes. That little bit of quality, composure, right decision in the right time, and it was great to get him back on the pitch.
And there's still other players, I think, desperate to get involved.
Yeah, you know, that competition for places is vital. You know, whatever level you're playing at. So, you know, we constantly need to be looking at, and obviously when you get a few little injuries, a few little bits of illness, then, you know, it affects you quite a bit. So it's important that we constantly look at that. We constantly look to make sure we've got competition in all spaces in the team.
And a word for the crowd, it seems that you've got a bit of momentum going here at Edgar Street now. I think that's 4 wins on the
Yeah, the noise when James put in fact there was probably as much noise when we got the disallowed one in the first half. That was an awesome, I haven't experienced that sort of loud before, so that's great. So you know, more of that please. Chester hopefully on the 29th, and then obviously away at Kiddie.
Thanks for your time.
Thanks guys, cheers.